Ooh, yes sir, welcome to Man Domain, the place where we work in our body and mind to become better men. Pedophilia is disgusting, it is the ultimate sin. And why I'm making this video in this channel is because I see mostly men promoting this bullshit. Pedophilia is not fine. Until now, I have seen so little percentage of women promoting this shit that I'm just thinking that men are losing their mind because they are desperate. And if you are desperate and you're promoting pedophilia, my brother, you need help because this is not fine. I have a little brother, I have my nephews, and if you go out there saying that it is fine for you to like them sexually and to go out of your hand to request sexual consent of a person, that a kid that is not even able to understand what the hell are you talking about, that's completely wrong and disgusting. I'm sorry, I normally speak with respect to all human beings regardless of what the hell it is, but this is not fine. This is not fine. You need to look at yourself if you think social media, pedophilia is something that is normal, is something that we should accept as a society. And you know what? You can call me conspiracy theorist or whatever you want. But for me, the reason what they are trying to make pedophilia look normal and to normalize it is because sense of guilt. Sense of guilt, man, because so many like all the things that happen with the Epstein and all that bullshit that happened and all the lists that they haven't released yet, there might be so many millionaires and so many people that have so much money and influence that have been part of whatever the hell he did, and that might have these weird ways to look at life. All these people have such a big sense of guilt that the only way that they can manage this if they normalize it, so that they can come out of the curtains and say, yes, I did it, but it's normal, nothing is happening. No, it's not normal, and you know it's not normal. You know that's disgusting and that's not right. So you gotta stop trying to pretend that all this joke attracted. And I saw in Twitter the other day that Elon banned a page that wanted to promote a flag. Good job, Elon. There's no way you can promote this. First of everything, getting into the facts, because I like to speak facts. Children are not able to understand what the hell are you talking about when you're talking about sexual consent. They have no sexual desire. They just want to play around, to toy around the entire day. They are not looking for sex. Maybe they find love between themselves, between the little friends. They are female and male kids and they can find love. But the sexual energy is not there yet. They need to grow up. Second, they have no ability to give consent because of what I just said before. They don't understand what the hell is going on. What the hell are you talking to them? You are an adult. You have grown up. You have so much knowledge. You are taking advantage of a kid if you think pedophilia is fine, because kids are not, their perception, their decisions are not going to be 100%, or even our decisions are not 100% reasonable. So a kid that doesn't have the knowledge of the world is not going to be able to decide in a reasonable manner. It's not going to be able. That's why they make so many mistakes. They make so much dumb shit. Haven't you seen kids, man? They make so much dumb. You tell them don't touch the fire, they go and touch the fire. You tell them don't get in there, they go and get in there. That's why they make dumb shit, because they have to try, they have to experiment, they have to test the world to understand. And when you grow up, you have a bigger understanding. I must not touch the fire, I must not get in there because of my fault, because you have experienced it. So you cannot be putting a kid into these situations because they don't have an understanding of what the hell is going on. So they are not going to be able to take a reasonable decision. And lastly, but not least, this is going to 100%, and here I'm going to say 100%, transform into a trauma in the future because of comparison. And a huge example of this, I'm going to dive a little bit into my life. When I was in Panama, I grew up in the ghetto, I grew up in the hood. I was around violence, guns and drugs and all this stuff. For me, it was completely normal. But then, when one day I had the chance to come here to Italy, which I have been living here for 4 years, man, I understood that my environment wasn't the normal thing to have, and that there was such a better way to live when I came here, and I started to compare myself with people that grew in here in Italy. And I could not relate to anybody because people were not in my reality. So that's when I came to the conclusion that holy shit, the way I grew up was actually fucked up. There is such a better way that we can handle situations. There is such a better way that society can behave, so that we can eliminate so much of these traumas and so much of this violence and so much of these drugs. So I started to compare myself, and by comparing myself to other people that had such a different life that I had, then you start to look back into yourself and you start to say, holy shit, then my life was really tough, because it's not like that in the entire world. So you have to start to compare. Of course, with time you can overcome this. But a kid that makes all these rush decisions that you as an adult are trying to make him do, one day he will grow up, and one day he will be around his group of friends, and he will find out that that's fucked up, that everything that happened to him was something that is not normal, that is not something that happens everywhere, every single day. No, it's like a 1 in a million situation, all this stuff. Well, not 1 in a million, I don't know what's the actual percentage, but it's not an everyday thing. So whenever he travels, whenever he goes to another place, and he talks about his experiences with people that maybe have abused him and all this stuff, he's going to feel weird, he's going to feel uncomfortable, he's going to look inside, and he's going to intensify all these negative feelings that he has towards this situation. So it's not fine, man. It's not fine what you're trying to normalize. It's not good. Pedophilia is a sin. Pedophilia must not be accepted. It's okay to teach young kids about what is their sexual parts, what is a sexual intercourse. It's okay to educate little kids. That's okay, but not to take naked men and put them in front of naked men, so just that they can start to see people in real life. No, we have books, we have pictures. There's no need to take a naked man in there, because first of everything, what are you doing as a man naked in front of a bunch of kids? Like, why? It makes no sense. Second thing, kids are not understanding exactly what is going on. So having a physical person in front of them naked is not the best way to introduce them to this to sexuality. It's not the right way to introduce them to the human body. You can have pictures, drawings first. You start to do drawings that they might look a little bit real, they're a little bit animated, like if it is like a TV show for kids. Then you start to show more real pictures as they start to go up, because they have to digest information. You cannot just throw everything at them at once. It's not normal, man. It's messed up, man. We have to stop this. This is not fine. So I stand firmly against pedophilia. I don't think it's the right thing. I will never be able to accept it. And if one day I have kids on this earth and you want to implement those ideas on those kids, I'm going the hell out of wherever you are, and I will fight back against it, because that's not right. What you're doing is not right. And I'm not trying to say that we have to fight back and we have to start being violent and we have to start killing people and hitting people. No, that's not the right way to fight back. The right way to fight back is with our voice, is with our time, is with our efforts. With our efforts of helping other human beings grow past that weak and stupid mental state. Because holy shit, it's hard for me to try to not insult, but I must not. I must control my feelings, and I must say that we have to help other human beings that might have this weird way to look at life to get to the next level, to stop looking at life this way. We have to use our voice to educate the people that we have around us with love and respect, so that we can start to all look at the same direction and understand the things that are not going to help us move forward and that are going to cause more issues in the future. So it's not about violence. Violence in this case is not the way to go. And in most of the cases, it's never the way to go. There's a lot that can be accomplished without any kind of violence. Sometimes The only ways that I can see that it's acceptable is when you are under attack, but that's not the topic of today's video. And today we are not under attack. We are here to express our ideas. We are here because there are other people that have no idea what is going on, that have no way to consent, kids that don't know anything about the world, that they are under attack. So they are the ones that we have to protect at all costs, because they are the future of humankind. They are the future on earth. One day I will die, one day all the adults that are here will die, and there will be the future, and we want to make a better future for them. So we have to use our voice, we have to use love, we have to use respect, and I'm pretty sure we can make a change. But this pedophilia, in my opinion, is not acceptable. So, as I usually say, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.